Ashley, so today's topic, one of the huge advantages of being an accredited testing facility with the American Welding Society, I feel like, is the respect that we get from industry, from companies and contractors.
Right, so I don't know, a dozen companies or so nationwide coming to KWI to test their welders to man up jobs. So maybe I got a company, I'm down in Georgia, I got a job going on in Maine. I don't want to send those guys all the way up there to test and possibly bust, but where's the midpoint? KWI is. So those contractors will call us, they'll send us their WPS, so we're testing to their standards, not someone else's, but specifically what they want as far as the time frame, the filler metal, the coupon, the base metal, everything that we're doing. And then our CWIs here at KWI are going to send some of those guys home, and we're going to send some of those guys on up to that job site. So it's a big deal.
Yeah, and very cool for our students just to observe the process. So what is it going to be like to go on that first job? They can watch us do that to guys that are coming in and testing for other companies. You know, we bring them into that lobby, we talk that WPS out to them, we show them the filler metals, we take them to their booth, we have that checklist of, you know, is your base metal set up, go ahead and tack up, here's your hold points, right down to the letter. And those companies and contractors testing in the Kentucky Welding Institute.
You know, sometimes I'll have a student say, well, why do I got to do this? Why do I got to do that? And then all of a sudden you got a contractor who's coming in, who's packing that bucket of tools, who's going to that booth, who's wearing the safety glasses, and they see that they're trained just like we're running a job site, just like we're testing for these other contractors. You know what? There's some contractors out here that may give you 3-4 hours, sometimes 5, I know of one, to take a monster coupon. KWI's time is 2 hours. So we don't want you to be as good as those guys. We want our students to be way better than those guys.
Yeah, no hard feelings. Companies and contractors have their own WPSs, so if they're testing on Schedule 80, Schedule 160, whatever reason, that's fine. But man, what a confidence booster. I'm going to KWI. I just passed a monster. Ashley's weld testing for an outside company. And looking this guy out as he walks out, I'm looking at his 160. I could do better than that. And he took 4 hours to do this 160. And yesterday I passed my monster in 2 hours. So again, just seeing what that looks like, what that weld test looks like in the real world is pretty cool.
Yeah. So for that particular company, we can do all the paperwork. We can actually write the procedure if they don't have one, if they're working on a new particular job, and we can send all that documentation to the company or to AWS as the Accredited Testing Facility.
Yeah. So huge advantage to come to Kentucky Welding Institute, where we are an American Welding Society accredited testing facility, because that's not an easy task to get there with the AWS. That means that you're a cut above other places. But for sure, an awesome opportunity for students to see what those weld tests look like and to see what those road test welders are doing. The other advantage, real quick, is that if that company, if they test 15-20 guys today and they needed 18 welders, but 5 or 6 of them are looked out, then the company's going to say, hey, KWI, you guys got anybody that we can backfill? And absolutely. So some of our graduates are walking right on to those jobs, weld tested in our school, because they couldn't find enough welders to pass the test.
Yeah, it's not uncommon for those PMs or supers to visit KWI at one time or another during the testing before the outage, and they actually get to see how intense we are, how industry we are, and they may be looking at you, the student, and say, hey, here's my phone number. I like what I see. When you get out in a few weeks or a few months, give me a call, and that means a lot.
Yeah, so if you're picking a school, I don't know why you wouldn't pick one that is an accredited testing facility.